they completely soaked the sandwich in sauce.
Yo!
Meerkat Mall.
Yo!
Juicy, tangy, moist, gourmet level burger.
That's robust!
Safe to swallow. Juicy, tangy, moist.
Cheeseburger!
Get it all over my face. Gourmet level burger. Tangy zip, whirl, moist
Burger.
Yummy and robust. Yo! I have gout. Gout is a disease that makes my acid levels much higher than most people's. And so if I eat certain foods, my acid level elevates, skyrockets, and then I get all giant swelling and incredible pain in my joints. So I'm gonna eat this burger live with you today and share what I think about it. I'm sure people are gonna be asking me questions about it.
Yo!
Juicy, tangy, moist, gourmet level, timed release of flavors. Burger.
That's robust!
Juicy, tangy, moist burger. Get it all over my face. Gourmet level burger. Tangy, whirl, moist
Burger.
Yo! Gow, 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 gow.
Cheeseburger!
My hand is completely covered in sauce.
Oh, hey now, what's up, everybody? We are here, episode number 3 of the DM special. Ooh, Agent Proper's getting a quick set in. Good job, Agent Proper.
I'm there. It's my last set.
Get juiced up. Get a nice protein shot.
It's okay. I got my protein pretzel. See, they say buffalo. That's extra protein.
Sweet. Get some creatine shake as well. Anyways, you know the deal. We are going to go through the DMs. We are up to, in terms of timeline here, we're up to Keemstar interview is where we are now. We just finished the June interview in which DSP had to... well, what he would say is a sad event had to ban Derek, actually. That happened. Too sad for two reasons. So we're going to move on from that point. Before we get to that, though, there is some current news, by the way. This tweet dropped yesterday, or Friday night. It appears that Wings of Redemption will indeed be a guest on the upcoming upcoming episode of the Level 1 podcast this Monday. Mark your calendars, okay? And I do want to give a quick shout out to this Jack in a Box character. Great comment. Said, man who uses wife as a shield talks to man who uses wife as a battering ram. Got him. So it should be fun. I didn't even say, you should recognize we do have Agent Proper in the house helping us out for this one. Big ups, Agent Proper.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yes, definitely. Any other business style announcements, Meerkat? I think we're good, right?
I believe that's it. As always with these episodes, the events that are going to be covered have been covered even more extensively in an episode that we've done for that particular event in the past. So if you care about something in particular, just go and find the episode, or maybe I'll find it and I'll link it in the description. I don't know. But thanks for watching, and smash the like button and the YouTube stuff. You know, the YouTube stuff.
I guess before we start, Agent Proper, do you have a official Halloween costume guess? I'd like to hear your take.
It's going to be the Hulkster brother. NWO Hulkster. I hope he comes out with the handlebar mustache.
Okay.
The boa, everything.
Fair enough. Okay, Agent Proper's in the Hogan camp, as many
I'm in Hogan camp.
In the Hogan camp, okay. I do want to say there was another tweet that DSP made. We didn't cover yesterday. It slipped through our fingers. And that is right here. Pirate Nation did a post saying, over 1,200 games journalists have left the media in the past 2 years. DSP responds and says, it's because none of them were as good as me at it. Hilarious.
Yes, he's so self-aware. Awesome.
I like this Chibi Kiro says, Phil, buddy, the purposely being retarded to try and offset your true retardedness isn't fooling anyone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, that's true. Okay, yeah, he's just trying to own the meme. He's owning the meme now. He's self-aware. So there we go. Anyways, he is literally like his Twitter's back to what it was 2 years ago, where it's like it's just he has no support at all. Like when he was in the King arc, he had some kind of people would stick up for him. Now it's just there's no point, brother. Why are you still paying for Twitter? At this point.
Yeah.
But
those people that were sticking
robot,
up for
robot meerkat.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
It's robot, brother.
It's probably
robot,
because I'm
brother.
here.
Yeah, hold on.
I'm sorry.
Turn it off and turn it back on. And come on. Here we go.
Dude, this is so annoying.
Robot.
Anyways,
No, it's still robot.
for
Still,
real?
yeah.
Let me refresh. I think I can refresh you on my side. Let me try it.
Disaster stream.
This is
Already.
disaster. Not my fault.
This is what happens when I show up here.
I'm reconnecting your mic. Go now.
Everything's
Hey,
cool here.
Now it's working now. We did it. We fixed it. Okay,
Fixed it.
cool.
I'm sorry about that. I don't know what's going on.
No problem. Let me fix your auto gain control. Okay, now go what you were gonna say. Go ahead.
Yeah. So those people sticking up for him, they didn't even like him all that much. They just disliked the people that were hating on Phil. So they were more
Exactly.
like detractors than pro Phil.
They hated the dent tractors, and we were one of those. We were the dent tractors guys, but we got it past it. We survived. Okay, let's go. Let's start the nonsense. So, as I said, we ended up just after the Null interview, okay? I do want to say before the Null interview, this happened, though, okay? This did happen. Keemstar did this apology, which we played last week. DSP then did a tweet saying, should I respond to this? Again, like, too scared to respond himself, I guess. Just trying to get a feeler out there on how people would respond to this, I guess. But anyways, that happened. Then DSP, going the next level, posts a 39-minute video about that apology Keemstar just made. 39 minutes. So what I did is fast forward to the end because he wraps it up in the last minute. So here we go.
Right? Twitter, I do have a Twitter account. You're blocked on there. All right. So what I will do now, just to show good faith, the wrong mouse. To show good faith, I'll go and I'll unblock Keemstar on Twitter.
Wow.
If he actually wants to send me a DM about appearing on this show, all right, we can talk about it. And by the way, I'm just going to tell everyone, I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to happen. This is
Thank you, King.
just, you know this guy and his behavior. You know I don't like him. So very well, this could just fall apart immediately and never happen. And that's okay if it does. All right. I'm not expecting anything out of this. All right. But, you want me on your show, you got to pay the king's taxes. It's just that simple. All right. So
Keemstar would not pay a single cent to get on DSP's show, though, and that would happen. This is clearly before the moobs got to Philip because he's wearing his button-up collared shirts now without the undershirt yet. So he wasn't afraid of his moobs yet.
50 grand, and I'll be on your show for 2 hours.
There you go.
Or we could talk about you appearing on my show,
Okay.
the King's Court. You're going to have to lower yourself down to level 1 if you actually want to have a real conversation with me.
That's a great selling point.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Is that a flex? You'll have to come down to my level, sir. Okay.
I know he's saying it like ironically, as in to like put pressure on Keemstar, but come on, man, you're admitting that you're on level 1.
You have to come down to my shitty show, okay? That's all I'm going to say.
Don't post on Twitter about this. I don't care. If you do, I'm going to ignore you.
Okay.
Don't make any counter offers. I'm going to ignore them. It's my way or the highway, bro.
Yeah.
But let's hear what you have to say about it.
There you go, guys. My way or the highway. And this is DSP's by the way, this is DSP's thumbnail. Just wanted to show that to you. DSP made this thumbnail. Keemstar will appear. It is officially announced he would appear.
Anyway,
Here we go.
Yeah, he wrote me that message. We had a conversation this morning that was very respectful. And we've agreed to do this for about, like I said, roughly an hour. Maybe
All
an
right,
hour.
so I'm not going to waste time with that. It's agreed on that he will come on the show. That was with the news there. So Keemstar was going to go on the Level 1 podcast. Now, something happened with Keemstar and Duty during this time. Proper, do you remember this?
Yeah, I know a little bit about this.
Yeah.
We can get into it as we go on.
Yes. So what happened here was Duty, Keemstar, I believe it was on Duty's show or I can't remember if it's Duty's show. Keemstar came on and was angry with Duty for posting basically 40 minutes of what was it? Who was he bitching about? But anyways, he uploaded 40 minutes.
Some locale stuff.
Lolcow Live, it was like 40 minutes they have posted, and Keemstar didn't like that. And Keemstar said, I'm going to do a full audit. I'm going to make YouTube do a full audit of your YouTube presence or something. Okay, there you go. Duty Streams is on your podcast. He came on your podcast, yeah. So then after that, they start talking about it, okay? So DSP has no idea what's going on. PPP says, tough news for Duty, by the way, Phil. He lost his monetization, okay? Keemstar DM'd me to let me know. I wouldn't say anything publicly until either Duty or Keem do, okay? And then that was it for that. Oh, wait, I want to show where he does say that. Here we go. Sorry. This one is happening live. It says Keemstar's debating Duty live and just felting him. Duty is in violation of the partner program. DSP has no idea what's going on. He says, oh, shit. Keem is getting YouTube to do a full review of his channel. Triple P laughing. And DSP tried to talk in Duty's streams, but apparently he was already blocked. He said, yeah, I'm perma-timed out or something. Fuck.
What? That's the first time I'm hearing about this.
So DSP did try to talk in Duty's chats. He did, but he was timed out automatically or something.
I don't think Duty's retarded enough to block DSP from chatting.
I don't think so. Was it maybe a mod chat or something did that? I don't know. Thought it wasn't him. Oh, Mod Squad blocked him. Okay, Mod Squad blocked.
Because you let him talk. But here's the thing with this whole Duty Keem thing. I think Keem gave Duty permission to do clips.
Yes.
And the debate was 34 minutes too long.
Uh-huh.
This is something you could have sent over a DM. It's not really that big of a deal. I think then later on, Keem has a talk where he's explaining that he submitted Duty's channel to YouTube because Lolcow got in trouble for bullying and harassment and got a strike or something. So he had to go to YouTube to clear it up. And therefore, Duty got bopped because Keem submitted his channel that way.
Okay.
At least that's how I believe it went down. Maybe Duty can.
So the reason it's all bringing this up is like, was this important in terms of like why Keemstar acted the way he did with DSP? Maybe it was because, as you know, in the interview,
I think so. Yeah.
You know, it's like, okay, we're in this all together and stuff. And anyway, so then
this moment right here, even if Keemstar wasn't behind the Duty demonetization thing, it gives DSP a lot of faith in this partnership with Kino Casino because he sees that they can do stuff for him, or at least their influence and Keemstar's influence. So he tries to weaponize that. Yes,
and he's very happy to talk to Keemstar now that he knows he's kind of behind the scenes doing shit for him. By the way, we played that last time. So I do have to show next time 285 here. There you go. So it's very sad. Huge Duty L. I think that went about as well as it could have gone realistically. Okay, here we go. So that was they're talking about the null interview still. So let's get to that Keem interview. This is one of the worst things you've ever seen. It was not very fun. I got a single question from it because this is just the worst stream from the whole King arc, actually. Keemstar wasn't being Keemstar. DSP was randomly just like sucking off Keemstar, and Keemstar was happy to get sucked off, right? But then he was sucking off DSP and saying, yeah, man, this resurgence is awesome. It was just not very fun for anybody involved. Everyone knew it was fake, by the way, that had 2 brain cells, right? I mean, there's some people here that in the Keem and Phil having a civil conversation was not on my 2024 bingo card. It was just not interview. It's not entertaining in any way, but here's a single question from it.
And also, this is the type of comment from a guy that doesn't know what DSP talking to other people is about, because he's also always trying to have a civil conversation when he's being confronted with something.
Bullying, that's fine. I'm going to give you obviously the opportunity to counter this, but for me, I would feel bad if I made that kind of content. Okay, now with Lolcow Live, when you were approaching me with this idea for a show, the whole idea that the name of the show is Lolcow, that's a negative term. It really is. And I'm thinking, so the whole idea behind the show is bullying. You're going to bully me and Wings and Boogie, and we're going to have to do stunts, and we're going to have to do dumb shit. That's the last thing that I want to be involved in. Even if there's money involved, and I'm going to make a big 50K bonus, and then after that, you know, if the show blows up, I make even more. To me, I would rather distance myself from that than take the bag, as they say. And that's my philosophy. And so I want you to understand, I know that you're a businessman who makes tons of money, but that's not what it was about for me. It's a morality thing. So what is your take on...
I'd rather do, punch down on people for free with Kino Casino, Keem. You get it? It makes sense, right? It's easier that way. So
kind of content you make, this Lolcow live show, what is your perspective on that? Because I think a lot of people would like to hear it from your mouth, why you feel the content you make is good content, is safe content, is not harmful content, because this is the conception I hear from a lot of people that you're a misery broker and stuff like that. So
words that DSP has said himself, that's the only people saying that.
What do you have to say about that?
I mean, I don't agree with that assessment. The majority of Drama Alert content is informing the public on the T, right? This person's fighting with this person. This is what was said. That was what was said in response. And every once in a while, I give my opinion, like, yikes, or wow, I think this person's wrong or whatnot. That's the majority of the content. Now, sometimes, I really want to get an opinion out there because it either affects me.
I'm done. This sucks. This is what it was. Okay, I'm bored. I'm quitting. But that was the Keemstar interview. We have to show it to you, because it's part of the moment. It's part of it.
It was dog shit. Because it's like it's the two worst things you can have in an interview is a dishonest host and a dishonest interviewee.
Yes.
So it's just two guys being fake as fuck, and it completely removes the point of even having an interview in the first place.
And the question was about Lolcow Live, by the way, correct? And he just went like, well, Drama Alert's not like that. But it's like, Philip's questions take 10 hours to get out, and he finally gets the chance to answer it, then he doesn't even answer it. It was a mess. But I didn't realize this. On this very same day, guys, Philip did his first ever WWE Champions stream. Okay, that was the very same day. So I, of course, got us a moment from that to show, and of course I'll get the DMs about it in a second. But this was the first ever time DSP played WWE Champions on stream, was that very same day.
Website. Okay.
Look how much he knows about this fucking game.
Okay. What's funny is this isn't even working. It's supposed to, and it's blank. I think it's because I'm so low level, it won't even show it. It's supposed to be like a ladder pull, but I can't do it yet. I think I have to be level 5 to even see that. So all that we can do, all right, is a $2 pull. I think that's 1 coin. A $20 pull for 11 coins. Or we can do a $100 pull for 69 coins. Who wants to pull 69 times in a row?
Yes.
I know who wants to pull 69 times in a row. Me. Because I can do it, because you guys have been so goddamn supportive recently. I can do that. All right? So we're going to do that. However, in order to do that, I have to hide with the account, and the reason being...
So that's a quick hundo down the drain. He's doing his buying here. There we go. Payment successful.
They're going to send that stuff to your inbox in the game to do, but also
look at this. He's such
rewards, these tiered rewards for spending money online. This is what I was trying to explain to people earlier on.
Spending money online.
Listen to this, guys. Listen up.
You play a game like this, you never want to spend money in the game. You want to spend it on their website, because when you spend money on their website, they give you tons of bonuses. So because I just spent $100, look what they're going to do. You get all these extra rewards. You get the event coins, you get currency, you get evolve tokens. Like, you get a ton of extra shit.
So hold on,
you did it
that makes sense. It makes sense why some of the transactions are the Apple Store and some of them are PayPal. I think because they would do different types. So one of them was through the website and one of them was through the app.
Yeah,
I would.
Sometimes he couldn't resist the app purchase, but he did.
Or he was like outside. On the road.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
You would never want to do it another way. So I'm going to hit claim all, and it's just going to send all that shit to the game.
Awesome. All right, anyways, obviously he had a lot of fun pulling. But let's get to the DMs here about this. So Triple P responds, DSP says, what a day. Obviously that was after the Keemstar thing. Huge day, big W. And then Triple P responds about the champions, says, Phil, that was the best stream you've done in years, maybe ever. You were so high energy and so happy that there is real drama and suspense to it, and it's funny too. You have a real winner on your hands, and you have all the momentum. The detractors are genuinely in shambles. They have lost completely. This is quite nuts, isn't it? LOL, says Philip. Then he says, and tomorrow I'll actually do fun stuff. Tonight was pretty boring, in my opinion, because nothing was unlocked. He's talking about WWE champions. Okay, guys. Then he says, yeah, we need the level 5 unlock to get the good loot. Watching you do the pulls is high-level entertainment. There's a real tangible stakes to it. DSP, showing his knowledge in the game, then responds with, wait until the weekends. Weekend loot is legit, the only good loot, and you can pull the best new guys in the game. Weekend events are when 99% of players play.
Hell yeah, brother. We love the weekend event.
Everybody's working for the weekend. Let's go weekend bonus
Which is,
poll.
dude,
Look at this.
like,
Go ahead.
all the times, and we've done this on our show when we bring up the current event, if it's like the zombie Hogan or is the Christmas Hogan, and people reference that in his chat, and he pretends to be stupid and pass it off as a meme. And here he's got it talking about how that's the best time.
Yeah.
I love the Golden Hogan. I love it.
Yeah, he's talking to like Triple P in DMs. Like, he doesn't have to share this. Wait until the weekends, Triple P. It's amazing. Trust me, Triple. You'll love the weekends. What? The Triple P does a good job here and says, feeding into an addict's mind. Let's go weekend bonus pulls. It's just a shame it's going to take so long to get to the real high-end shit. He's talking about wrestlers in this case. And then DSP says, Triple P says, I think you should try getting irate gamer Chris Boers on the podcast. He was an online villain and everyone hated him for so long. Plus, he has the gamer connection. He does ghost hunting now. Okay, so remember, irate gamer. Triple P says, I hope you get Maximilian, dude. DSP then says, I'm trying to get a lot of people right now. No idea if any of it will pan out, but I am trying. Then he says, I've got Craig this week. Okay, so I'm trying to get a lot of people, but they are like slippery fish. They talk to me and then disappear before I can grab them. Okay, there we go. Just reading what he said. Triple P then says, Craig is definitely going to be an interesting appearance. LTG would be a dream crossover if it could happen. You just got to keep persistent and also be flexible with people and make room in the schedule for them. Got that, DSP? Be easy to work with, huh? Right? Sounds like, don't be stick to your schedule-tisms. I think you keep doing what you're doing. Yeah, go ahead.
He's even handheld in the DMs?
Yes.
I mean, we're handheld in chat. We're handheld in his secret Discord. We're handheld by PPP. Like, what else is going to happen?
He's handheld in every way by here, but Triple P really was holding the leash here. I do see some hype amongst people for returning to Cooking with the King. Those used to be a lot of fun. You could do fan polls on what you cook. Obviously, support would need to be there for them, but it might be interesting to try. Also, the election is approaching. I wouldn't say right now, but maybe in a month or so, it wouldn't be a bad move to try your hand at politics when it's white hot. Everything DSP did during the King arc, Triple P suggested, okay? I mean, that's the fact.
much.
That is a fact. So here he is. Being openly Republican would give you a dedicated diehard fan base, and regardless of who wins the election, there's always something to either complain about or praise. Of course, it's also high risk that it gives you a built-in hater base, but the cancel culture crowd would never support you anyway. Anyway, I wish you luck with this June reaction. I think you'll nail it and move on well. So there we go. Another thing, Triple P kind of laying out the framework for what DSP would do in the future here. He would absolutely try DSP politics after this. He wouldn't try Cooking with the King. That's too dangerous. But he would try DSP tries it after that. Big ups to Duty Streams, who says he tried convincing people he plays WB casually. Goes on stream, the lore master shocked me. It was like Godfather 2 when Fredo admitted to knowing Roth. There we go. The lore knowledge was the most shocking part to me. And also, his reactions when he really got good pulls were like,
oh, yeah,
a level that we never seen yet. Yeah. Yona Hall says, remember when he was playing W Champion, someone sent him like $500 for pulls toward the end, and Phil just read it and ended stream? I don't remember that. Do you, Proper? I don't remember that 500. But, I'm not saying it didn't happen.
I don't think so, but Phil is pretty scammy right now. So, wouldn't put it past him.
It's just a drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
What's $500? It's like 3 goals nowadays or something.
Yeah.
It's like 4 goals.
People are saying play the Hogan clip, guys. I'll play it when it comes to that point. We're not there in the timeline yet. Okay, guys.
no.
Come on, guys. We'll get there. Let's work for it. It happened a little bit later in the timeline. Flowchart Cammy says, think DSP would have the balls to dress up as Triple P to get back at him for dressing up as Cat? I say no, but what say you, Meerkat?
I think it would be the funniest thing ever if he tries and ends up looking more like Cat than he does Triple P. That would be, and that's a totally a totally DSP thing. Because remember his Street Fighter costume where he was essentially cross dressing? That was insane. Yeah,
That's
looked
too
like Hillary
clever.
Clinton.
Yeah, Hillary Clinton one. Yeah, it's too clever, Flowchart Cammy, for him. That's too it's too funny, right? He doesn't do stuff that's funny. He won't do that. Purple Pie says plant protein pretzels. I call it Triple P. There we go. There's another Triple P. Okay, so as you see, they're talking about something here, and this was during this time, Fast and Furious movement here in terms of action. The June documentary drops. Okay, and this happens literally right after this DM. DSP posts it for Triple P to see and says, at least my hair looks good. And he's talking about this, by the way. He's saying, at least my hair looks good. That's what he said.
At least my streams are fun.
He then says the best part is looking at the timestamps, there's no doxing or horrendous shit. What was that mean? You think June's gonna dox you or something? What the fuck? And how would you guess that from timestamps?
It's the things that he's been exposed of are not horrendous, so it's not that bad.
Okay,
that's what he's saying. Because he's looking at the timestamps on the June the King video and doesn't see like Phil Dox's PW dubs or whatever that guy was, the driver license guy.
It says it's just dumb, frivolous stuff, and it's going to be a blast reacting to this all week. Triple P says, "Hey, dude, hope all is well." That was 2 days later. Andy responds, says, "Hey, dude, I hope all is well. I'm glad everything worked out. So far, so good. I hope your vacation is going well." So let's get to this first. Okay, so this was on. Let's see here. Okay. Then September 4th, okay, so I have to get my timeline here correct. So this is September 21st. The DSP was just responding to the thumbnail there, okay? He's just responding to the thumbnail. He's not responding to the video. That wasn't out yet, okay? So he's responding to the thumbnail and the timestamps, which were released before the video. If my memory's correct, right? Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Just trying to get make sure I'm on the same timeline here. Okay, so now hope your DSP says, I hope your vacation is going great. FY, you are driving the detractors nuts with your ex posts referencing Carrie and Palpatine. Those were dropped from Triple P right here, okay? And that was during September 2nd, which is someone washing their hands of something, okay?
Yeah.
In reference to the June the King documentary. He also posted this, which is Carrie getting the pig's blood thrown on her, okay? And then Triple P also did this as well and saying everything is proceeding as I have foreseen, okay? This is all Triple P's comments there. Of course, then DSP has to respond to this, and in my opinion, this is checking to make sure we're still in the same team, right, guys?
Yeah, exactly.
Right, guys?
There was a lot of that.
This is, I think, the first instance of that, even though it ramps up a lot towards the end. But this is it. He's dipping his toes into that well.
You're driving the detractors nuts with your ex post referencing Carrie and Palpatine. They referenced them both today in my chat in their own videos, and it's quite hilarious seeing them dance on the puppet strings. Dude, I think we can string this shit along for years for great content. It's just too darn easy, and we all make bank. It's too darn easy. Triple P must have laughed reading that one, yeah.
It's kind of the way that he writes, the same way that he talks.
Mm-hmm.
When you start reading it and you just imagine his voice and something about this middle-aged, just
Uh-oh. We lost Meerkat. We lost him. Come back. Baby, come back. Any kind of dude could see Meerkat's gone. He's back now, though, I think. Meerkat? There you go. You're back now. Oh, he's not. Okay, we'll move on, though, because he had a great point, but he's gone now. We'll get him back. Okay, so then, it's too fucking easy. I'm just getting drunk on the beach and posting the most retarded shit, and it gets people going crazy. Okay, Meerkat is back now. Do you remember what your thought was, sir? Hello, sir, Meerkat. Sir Cat. Nope, he's still muted. Seems like he's back. I think it's an Eastern European internet thing, you know? It's not the best over there. They got to fight through it, you know? Okay, so the Triple P says, it's too easy. I'm just drunk on the beach, blah, blah, blah. Then he says, you've just won huge. All that's left is to felt Craig tomorrow. Now, you might be asking, how did he just win? What is he talking about? Well, you know what happened on September 4th? DSP confessed to playing WWE Champions. That happened the same day. This is the thumbnail from that day. I lied. Now, this is another one of those cases where I like to see Tevin's thoughts on this when he went through all these. They didn't talk about it at all during this stream. They didn't, like, in the DMs, I mean. Like, there was no talk of him, of Triple P didn't suggest this. It kind of just happened. And I don't understand that kind of myself, because it seems like they talk about so many things. But as you can see, September 4th, they're doing this shit, and then all of a sudden, he drops it. I don't understand that. Like, I'm not saying... Yeah, go ahead, Meerkat. You're back.
He was forced to do that. He was put in the corner. He was completely and thoroughly exposed for being a liar. And before Kino Casino started reacting to the June the King video, he wanted to get ahead of them and just kind of rip the Band-Aid and do it on his own terms. Because otherwise they're going to start shitting on him and be like, Phil, you still haven't said anything about that. You've been exposed. You're a fraud, Phil. So he just wanted to do that before that.
Just for the timeline, this came out, the June the King documentary came out September 21st. So there was only about less than 2 weeks after that, he decided, like, I lied, so I got to say it. So then he came out and said this, I'm not going to play this, but the long and short of it is, he always was down from the rafters the entire time. Yeah. Everything people said about him was correct. The only thing he tried to get out of, he said that TJ Gamebox actually is bullshit, right? So TJ Gamebox's numbers are incorrect, which of course he has to say that, though.
He had to. Yeah, he had to tell everybody, hey, I spend money on it. You guys caught me, but it's not as bad as you think. TJ's a liar, and just discredit him and push him aside. But the thing is that TJ's numbers were always lowballed, just because that's what TJ's information was. Yeah, and it's at a point now where probably Phil's overall total spending on WWE champions to this current day is $310,000, somewhere around in that ballpark. Think about that shit. That's crazy. How many trips to Japan could he take Cat to? I mean, you'd have to buy a couple seats, so 3 seats. Fly over,
easily
eat a bunch of sushi, right?
He could buy a house in Japan and have $100,000 left over. In Japan for a vacation home.
Yeah, that would be great.
But so this is September 5th. As you can see, he does say he lied. And he has to say that what the TJ Gamebox numbers are all incorrect. Because if they were true, that's pretty fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So he knew that. So that's the story he came up with, was that he sold the account. Who knows when he sold it? There's no exact date given on that. And TJ Gamebox's numbers are incorrect. That's all you got to know. But some comments here are really good. DSP seems to have not deleted too many comments here, which is surprising, I guess. But this person says, you have lied for years and years to the same people you begged money from for bills, while you proceeded to spend an ungodly amount of money on WWE champions. When people asked you about WWE champions, you attacked and continued to lie, including while you were under oath during your bankruptcy. Another person says, you don't lie about this for 7 years if it's not an addiction. You are an addict, and you will never admit to still having the account because it would force you to actually have to confront your addiction, which you can't do. And there we go. I saw something interesting here, and someone said he's deleting comments, and DSP responds and says, deleting insults and attacks on other commentators, sure thing. Any criticism are remaining. And it's from someone with the first name with the first letter of their name as E. Any ideas on that, boys? E.
What? I don't know.
Well, he's got that mod on his team, Epsilon.
Oh, that could be Epsilon then.
So,
Yeah.
We learned because of Darziak that, the good old Dragonfucker had access. So why does his other mod team not have access to
Epsilon? There you go.
Throwback channels.
Gotcha.
So that's what I think it is.
Okay, so after this, DSP, after he responds and says all that's left is to felt Craig tomorrow, DSP is not feeling so confident, though, and says, I foresee trouble. Losing long-time viewers and big YouTubers saying I'm a POS for lying so long. It's hard for me to believe I had a way to win in this situation. It's always lose-lose. And Triple P gives some support, saying nobody's going to stop supporting you. Everyone knew the truth all along.
Yeah,
Also, everyone knew that shit, bitch. Also, YouTubers always shit on you. It means nothing. What matters is the core financial support, and that's not going away. When this is behind you, there will be lots of room for expansion and collabs. Honestly, if you get any shit and it's true, the best PR policy is always to own it and lean in. Fuck them for saying you scam it. For saying you scam. It was based. You scammed in the first place. Who actually gives a fuck?
Wait.
Yeah.
It was based?
Yes.
It was based that he scammed his own fans? That's
Yes,
based?
that was based.
Sure.
It was based, dude. That is based. I know it's hard to see the positives, especially when there's so many people piling on and being pieces of shit, but I think most people understand. People have flaws, and it's ridiculous to expect someone with 20 years online to have a totally perfect record. The detractors.
People have flaws shit. The people have flaws gimmick is so good. I'm a fallible human, dude. I'm just scamming people. What did I do that's that bad? I didn't kill anyone. I'm just scamming them.
Flaws such as scamming your fans. That's everyone has flaws like that. Next, the detractors and people in general have probably fucked up worse in their own personal lives. The only difference is they aren't broadcast to hundreds of thousands of people. Everyone has skeletons. The reality is most people don't have every single mistake immortalized. They are allowed to move on and have a clean slate. Now, it sounds like DSP's talking right now to me. Doesn't it? But that was all Triple P, just letting you know. That was the Triple P comments. DSP then does respond and says, totally true. I just hope I don't fuck this up now at the critical time that I'm coming out of the period of misery. My wife and I are talking about doing stuff around the house with the extra money we've literally waited years to even consider. Like the dishwasher that's been broken for 2 years, or our washer dryer that have been wearing out, but we just ignore it. And if this keeps up, it literally will change our lives for the better. So I got to do my best and not make a stupid mistake. Okay? Triple P then says, there's genuinely no way you can possibly fuck this up. I wouldn't put so much stress or pressure on yourself. The publicity from this arc is going to bring in so many new eyeballs. With the WWE Champions thing out in the open, nobody can really say you're scamming anymore. Everyone knows why and is donating because they want you to have the money, which they always were anyway. The steam is going to come out of a lot of detractors, and some will hang it up for good after this revelation. He then says... DSP says, I wish to hell I didn't sell the account. If I deleted it or had been able to show it publicly tonight, it would have been perfect. Now there will always be shitbags who say I made it up, no matter what. Not that it will matter, but it would have been the absolutely perfect ending if he didn't sell the account, guys, okay? All right. Now we have to move to the next big event, which was... Stuttering Craig. And this is a period, again, where there's not much here until Triple P says peak content with Craig, the Craig interview, awesome stuff. So I will get you there. Oh, by the way, after this came out, the I Lied came out, Triple P tweeted this, saying sweet victory. Okay, just sharing all the things that happened during this time. Here is the Craig interview. Now, I guess proper, can you give a quick recap on who Craig is for those that might not know? Go ahead.
Okay, so Stuttering Craig, let me start from the beginning, was dude on screwattack.com. Okay, no, he's been doing internet stuff forever. Phil had nostalgia glasses, thought he could, since he was on stage with Craig at one point, could fleece Craig into giving him a chair on his comeback show, Side Scrollers. So he did a 5-hour interview that I watched through Meerkat and died laughing as Phil lied to these people for 5 hours.
Yes. And then DSP, who hated Craig after that. Well, the day after the interview, he loved Craig. He said it was a great interview and fair interview. Yeah. But then because Craig took money from detractors that were literally just giving them money, that means it was a snaking, and they were stabbed in the back from the Side Scrollers. So DSP got them on the show to settle that. And this is the memology edit of it, is actually in 90 minutes. Go ahead, Meerkat.
We cannot ignore how serious it was. The biggest sin that Craig committed is that he didn't check his email.
Yes.
Yes.
That was it. And yeah, they were supposed to play Mario Kart the next day was the plan, but they got so many super chats they had to read them the next day instead, so they didn't do that, and this hurt Philip a lot because they were laughing at Philip and not believing him. And then it would turn out that they were right to not believe him because he literally was lying the whole time. So let's hear how Philip can navigate his way through this.
So I need to raise money in order to save my ass from these state taxes out of nowhere that came up out of nowhere. So people come out, we're supportive of Phil. Let's cheer, let's tip. They do it. Great. Now I'll get past the state taxes, but now federal tax. Oh, now you owe more because you made more money.
I'm on your interview. 5 hours, hard-hitting questions. I lie to you about WWE champion.
Good start. I was lying the entire time. Okay, go ahead. No, anyways, okay. Once again, this is the memology edit of it because it's 90 minutes, the whole thing. Here,
your interview. 5 hours, hard-hitting questions. I lie to you about WWE champions. You leave the door open and say, you can send me the information after to clarify all of it. Okay?
Yes.
That was said directly in the interview. You agree to that, right, Craig? You did say that. I go on my show. I say, that was a good interview. I'm okay with it. I even email you, say, I'm okay with it. I'm 50-50 about sending you the stuff. Do you check your email?
I'm 50-50 on sending the stuff.
Publicly admitted you don't check your email, right?
Well, in this situation, yeah, in a day. Yeah.
So
A day.
Ended an interview, the hottest piece of content you had ever made at that point on Side Scrollers. You knew all eyes were on you. You knew people were looking to see if I was going to follow up with you and send you this information. And you decided not to check your email, but instead to do a show ragging on me the next day. Is that a correct statement?
I would say that in between me ending the show, being done with the internet for the day, going to sleep, and waking up the next day and then doing the show, like Phil, as we said at the time, you had one opportunity to send the stuff. It wasn't there, right? You passed on that.
Whoa.
Like, whoa.
Passed on what? You just admitted the door was open to send you the information when I got it together.
During the show, Phil, during the interview.
Craig, we're on an interview and a show. Craig, we're in an interview. The idea of the interview is for me to answer your questions. It's not stop the interview. Let me dig into documents and get you screenshots and things proving. That's not what the interview was. Never once before the interview did you ever say that's what it was going to be.
Notice how DSP acts like showing a screenshot is digging into the files. I didn't dig into the files. Go to the Library of Congress, okay? Come on. Okay, but anyways, you can see Philip is scrambling to keep his narrative going, even though most people can see there is no narrative there, but he has to make sure it stays so on rails, because if you ask any question about Philip's narrative, it breaks apart. So he's trying to keep it so tight on the rails here. He's not letting Craig say anything that DSP doesn't want said.
And like I said, if I'm going to send you something, it has to be sure that it's proving my point. This was a convoluted story. It's not I could just send you a screenshot. I got to try to prove now that I've got a new account and it's not the old account that was sold the account. This is complicated. It's not something I could just do during the show.
It's as complicated.
Your apology for being completely disingenuous about everything that happened after the fact.
What?
Just do during the show. I want your apology for being completely disingenuous about everything that happened after the fact, after the interview.
So DSP's filter settings are perfect here. He says, I want an apology for being completely disingenuous about everything that happened after the fact, after the interview.
What I want.
But the thing is, Phil, I don't think we were being disingenuous. Like, I think we were being completely honest with how we felt. Right?
Craig, what you told me in that email you sent me on Friday, basically, in other words, says we don't actually care what the truth is because I had the truth and was going to send it to you, and you ignored me. Fuck you.
No, it's not that I ignored you. I didn't check the email.
Yeah, go ahead.
After 5 hours of just straight up blatantly lying and then promising to show the truth, it means nothing. It has zero value. You could have just told the truth to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, it's really bothersome if you're trying to bring somebody on a show and they just want to lie to you. I mean, it happened with me in OIC all the time ago. And I just decided to just get hammered and say a whole bunch of gamer words to him because he just started lying to me just nonstop. He wouldn't give me anything to make entertaining. It was just nothing from him. Just like Phil is just giving these empty words to Craig here. Oh, I was 50-50 on sending you the stuff. I was going to send you the stuff, but it's hard to take a screenshot on my phone. I don't know how screenshots work. Can you tell me how to do it?
And he was, by the way, let's not forget, he said himself he was 50-50 on sending it or not. It would be, even if he was said, I'm 100% sending it, like it's still fine to not check your email for a single day, by the way. But Philip said it's 50-50 on if I'm going to send it to you. So Philip, he wants Craig to be sitting by his email for something that might or might not happen after he was on the internet doing an interview for 5 hours that day. Like, it's so ridiculous to think about that. You might send it, so I better be ready for you might sending it? And I can't, it just doesn't make any sense. But okay.
That's called ignoring because you knew that was our line of communication. You asked me to send you the information. I was going to, and you chose not to check.
I was 50-50 on sending it.
Okay. You actively ignored the way that I could have cleared my name. And then you went on to do a show that made you tons of money defaming me on the internet. That's exactly what happened. And there's no way that you can ever clarify that because it's in black and white. You just admitted it. You read it. You just admitted it publicly. That you didn't check the line of communication we had that I could have cleared the whole situation.
Is this like the gotcha? Like,
there's no gotcha. There's no gotcha. You read it. I actually wasn't good.
I did gotcha last night.
There's no emails. You did it.
Gotchas are my night streams.
I don't apologize for not checking my email for 23 hours. I'm an adult with a family and kids, and honestly, I was tired of it. Right?
Oh my God, he pulled the I'm an adult card.
Yeah, I'm a family like you, Phil.
Fascinating.
I have kids.
I did that, right? That's a big dub. But I'm sorry that you felt betrayed that I didn't check my email. And once again, there's a big difference between ignoring because I didn't know the email was there in the first place. You have to know it was there to actively ignore it. I did not actively ignore your email. I didn't know it happened. So I can't ignore something that I didn't know happened.
Yes.
Craig, in the interview, we ended it with, the door is open. You can send me the information.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't know it happened. Do you need to have a bomb go off when someone sends you the thing you directly asked for? Would you not even in a moment think, hey, maybe he's going to contact me today about this and I should
But
check
he didn't
and
even send him the thing that he asked for.
No.
He sent him like a different thing about the thing that he asked for.
No, it's like even worse. It's like, hey, I might like you, so I might be sending you a confession of my love for you, but I'm not sure yet. But I might. So will you be checking your email in the next 24 hours? Because I might want to tell you some big news. I'm not sure that. That's what he's telling him. Like, it's so... why is there a timeline on this either? It could happen any time. If the truth is there, it could happen in a week from now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if Phil's trying so hard to clear his name, why don't you post your own screenshots?
Yeah,
that's right.
You fucking idiot. Like,
Because,
if it comes from your mouth in your screenshots, what else am I going to do? Craig would have to talk about it then.
Yeah.
Be like, oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
could have
right.
got the email. Oh, I didn't check it. That's my
People
bad.
would have checked it to be a fraudulent for sure if he did it that way, and that's his excuse for not
Sure.
doing it that way. But it still could have been a step in clearing your name, which he knows he can't do though at this point. Because remember, the only reason he's doing this is because he just admitted he lied finally before this interview happened. That's the only reason he's... Remember, Side Score's interview happened. He's still... I'm not down for the rafters. I don't play that game that much. Remember, I spend a few bucks, but it's not a lot. So then, now that's all cleared, though, because now it's 100% clear he was lying. So he's like, well, I could have sent you the proof of me not playing it then, but he was playing it, which he admitted later, right? What was he going to send Craig anyway? The proof of what? that he didn't play it or that he did play it? Because he was trying to keep up the lie at that point.
He said earlier. So the proof was going to be that he sold the previous account. Then that the previous account was. I'm actually so confused.
Yeah.
I thought I understood it and then started like piecing it together, and it still didn't make sense.
Yeah. Like is he going to show a receipt from the site he sold the account on?
Yeah.
Be like, see, I sold the account. There it is. There's your proof.
Yeah.
So here's my new account for streaming. Which you made
Craig,
anyways.
Yeah, so he would be saying, Craig, I have a huge announcement as well. I sold the account. Like, okay, I'm just saying, hypothetically here. I know it's confusing, guys. But imagine DSP went through with that. He would also have to break the huge news that he is down from the rafters, but I sold my account to Craig through an email. That was his plan? Or was he going to send some shit to show it wasn't him? Like, try to prove that? Right? Doesn't make sense. Infamous KS says, you really see how gone his brain is here. And that is fucking true. He's holding on to this thinnest strand of let's say logic in his argument. Doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
You have to think like DSP to think it makes sense, and that's tough to do.
Yeah. At this point, you might just call a lawyer. You need a lawyer.
Yeah.
If you get yourself in a situation like this.
CTC Jackie says, I will never understand how people never picked up on DSP's reasoning here. If he exchanged over 20 mails with Craig over a couple of days until that point, why would he send another email to ask if Craig checks his email?
Yeah.
Good question, CTC Jackie. Great question.
So, okay, from what I understood, the email to check his email was so Craig can look at the information as quickly as possible, verify that it's true, and then delete it so no one can hack into Craig's email and steal the information.
It's to prevent hacking. Yes, it was a time-based thing.
Yeah, got to protect my family, dude.
You don't want to give the hacker too much time to work. That's what he was trying to email about. I think
they might call you up.
Some people in your life will do shit the most complicated way possible, I think, just because I think either one, because they have something to bitch about, or two, because like they hope something goes wrong because then they could bitch about that too, or bitch somebody else. Like, bitch, man, you made this fucking hard because there was a simple way to do all this, but you decided to make it complicated, and then someone along the way fucked up, and now you just blame that person. But you could have made it simple the whole way if you just agreed to DSP in the beginning, or agreed to show the proof in the beginning while you're doing the interview. That was always an option, But anyways, moving on.
How else am I going to send you these documents anyway, by the way? It has to be an email attachment, right? I can't just call you and give it to you. Put a fucking brain in your head between your two ears.
Almost every single time there's at least a day between our correspondence.
See, look at that.
Based off of our track record of corresponding with each other, I'm not going to go check. Like I said,
Craig, this is a really bad cope, bro. This is really bad. You're saying
Felted.
You just felt it yourself, bitch.
We just ended the interview. You said the door is open. Send me the information, and then you just say, "Well, I'm just not going to check for the information." That's a bad cope.
He didn't disprove anything Craig just said right there. Craig said, through our correspondences, there's 24 hours between most of our things. Craig, you said you left the door open? Okay, brother? That's a bad cope, bro. That's the second time. Remember, this comes right after him saying that to Null from Kiwi Farms. That's a cope. That's a bad cope, bro. Remember that?
Previously, our correspondence was never a reason for you to check right away. Now you had a reason, and you didn't. Instead, you actually did the opposite. Instead of giving me the fair shake, but see if I was going to send you stuff, you went on a...
Like, you had all this stuff.
That was a mini F. You're back. Hold on. It's a mini F. You're here with me here. Meerkat's coming back in a second. There we go. Sure. We're back. Refresh. Not me. YouTube as usual. Refresh. We're back. Zero drop frames. Don't blame my ass. Meerkat will be back in a second.
Available, it's still got to be on your computer.
So it's not just me then. Okay.
No, it's not just me. It's YouTube. And I'll show you. I got zero drop frames because these idiots. Watch, these idiots are going to say it's my fault. So I just want to flex on them real quick. As you can see, Craig is on the screen. Zero drop frames. Watch this. Boom. Felted. Got him. All right, here we go.
There you go.
Is this your gotcha moment? You're going to try to get me to post my shit on the internet?
No, Phil, I'm saying is you don't need me. You never did need me, right?
Yes.
That's actually untrue. Because what
Go
you don't
ahead.
understand, Craig, because again, you didn't know this, is that any time that I try to defend myself, the detractors move the goalpost. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a little innocuous thing that doesn't matter at all. It could be a big, full-blown lie that I've been doing for years. Whenever I try to do something, all right?
I've been lying for years.
So casual. I could have been lying for years.
They move the goalpost.
Whether it's a small lie or thing I've been lying about for decades. I want to hear that again.
Is that any time that I try to defend myself, the detractors move the goalpost. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a little innocuous thing that doesn't matter at all. It could be a big, full-blown lie that I've been doing for years. Whenever I try to do something, all right, they move the goalpost. Right now, I could post all the information up, and they would say, that's fake. That's not true. So it doesn't matter what I post or what I don't. Now, in the case of you, you have presented yourself as a neutral third party. You were going to be someone who was going to do this interview and be fair, and then you were going to judge for yourself, which actually seems like that's what happened, except you didn't actually give me the opportunity to send you the information to clear my name.
The opportunity is always there with emails, sir. That's so dented of a response.
Now, Phil brought up, detractors will just, attack it and say it's fake. But detractors, years and years, have been bailing him out of situations. We got him out of the whole escort saga thing, Laverian media. There's been time and time again, detractors have debunked things for Phil just to laugh at those people for attacking Phil for no fucking reason.
But it's amazing to think he's created this tight window of an opportunity to send information he could literally send at any time, right? Yep. Like, just send Craig the thing now. Then do it now if you want to prove it. It's very easy to do. Like, this hacking thing is so weird.
Tell you what really was going on. Now, whether or not you checked your email or not, it's not a big deal.
I'm sorry I didn't check my email. And I would like to take this moment to apologize to you and to apologize to all of your champions, and especially all the
that is roster, you think?
detractors for not checking my email for 23 hours. I'm sorry.
Right. Okay.
You admitted to yesterday.
Fair enough. You laughed with my detractors. You did all the memes. You got a whole bunch of detractor contributions, correct? That did happen.
Sure.
Okay. Did you continue to do content based on me after this at all? Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. You're right. That's what it was. You were live. That's right. You were live, and I think you were talking shit about us or something along the lines, and talking about how bad we were to you, and I was like, and this was another thing. We're like, look, I will come on your show right now and do exactly what we're doing. And this was, I don't even know how long ago this was. It was just like, let's just get done with this. And as I've said at the start of this, like, I reached out to you multiple times to do exactly this, to just get through this shit. And I told you, like, I'm not going to say, like, some people were just excited to see that the interview was done. They were congratulating us for doing the interview.
They don't enjoy what you do. They enjoyed that you were bullying me. That's what it was. You were doing a whole stream, monetize the haters.
That was great.
Me.
That was great. That was the best part of it, though, honestly.
You were making money off of making fun of me, which is what everyone else does too.
Bill, why was I live? Because you were talking shit about us.
Yeah.
So, okay, now on my stream, was I sitting there saying, hey, Craig haters, come on the stream and dump on Craig, and let's accept all the donations for everyone who doesn't like Craig. Let's talk about all Craig's dirty laundry on my stream today. Did I ever do that, Craig?
So I don't know. I don't watch your stuff. But you're telling me.
I was going to say, he did.
He didn't explicitly say what he just said that he didn't say. He didn't say that. But he did take like the donation. He accepted the donations and read it out. And then afterwards, he teased that he has dirty laundry on Adam and Craig, but he was like, he took the high road and chose not to destroy them.
It just, like, Craig called those moments monetize the haters because they, like, haters brought that up and said, fuck them, fuck DSP, monetize the haters. It was like a meme thing to do at the time. That's why Craig did it. And because people were donating because they liked how Craig destroyed Philip by doing a good interview, by the way. It's not like the whole point of the interview was like to destroy Philip. It was literally an interview. This is a chance for DSP to clear his name, answer everything, right? That's what they did. But Philip took the wrong road and lied about everything. So then it became this thing where DSP hates side scrollers, so of course they have the opportunity to do a show shitting on Phil after that. If they're going to shit on, if DSP is going to shit on them, fuck them. And that's what happened. And DSP was doing the same thing, monetizing the dents. He was doing that too. He was getting super chats about how Craig sucks. So, anyways, this is this shit flinging session here for a little bit.
No, I never did that. Not once. The only gripes I ever had with you was that how you behaved after the interview. That's literally it. That's the only problem I have with you. I don't have a problem with anything before or during the interview. It was the fact you left the door open for me to contact you. You ignored that line of contact. You did a harmful show.
For 24 hours.
Didn't ignore.
A harmful show. You did a harmful show.
Me to contact you. You ignored that line of contact. You did a harmful show.
Didn't ignore.
Because you know what? Now I got to talk about this publicly. All right. Are you aware that because you didn't give me the chance to defend myself after the interview, you did a bullying show where you ragged on me and I wasn't there to defend myself against any of that? Do you know how that hurt me and my viewers and my content? Probably don't.
Hold on. Let me just talk about this real quick. Europe, and by the way, this is something that I do want to talk about. You were upset that we went live and talked about this, and you were pissed that you weren't there to defend yourself.
Yes.
You did a decompression show literally immediately after. You did a decompression show about Keemstar last week, and he wasn't there to defend himself. You did the exact same thing that we did, Phil.
Whoa. You just proved you don't watch my decompression shows.
What?
You just activated my trap card. You just proved you never watched my decompression shows. Got him.
You just proved it.
You are fucked.
The decompression shows have nothing to do with talking about and ragging on the guest that just appeared. Last week with Keem,
what just happened?
Last week with Keem, I had a whole stream where I said we are not going to talk bad about this man. Instead, we're just going to talk about the future, building bridges and things like that. We didn't say one negative word about Keem. I didn't accept negative contributions. I told my
he would absolutely accept those contributions if they came in.
Audience, do not contribute and insult Keem because that's wrong. That's capitalizing on an already bad situation. Because now I'm going to talk, Craig. Please let me speak, okay?
Go crazy. Yeah.
Like,
go ahead.
Hold on.
Yes.
But capitalizing on a bad situation that you created. Like,
yes.
You could have avoided this by telling the truth or even lying in a way that's more believable. Because, like, the side scrollers interview is such a fucking dumpster fire for DSP.
Yes.
Like, it shows because people say that he's like a master manipulator, that he's like really good liar. No, he's absolutely legit level 1 at all of that shit. He's terrible at it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why so many people call him out over the smallest things, because he's really terrible at covering it up.
So just to summarize Craig's argument here, just to make sure it's 100% clear, when DSP has his interviews, he would always do a decompression stream in which they talk about what happened in the thing beforehand. They get super chats talking about the thing. What did side scrollers do? They talked about what they did before the decompression stream. And in this case, because of DSP's behavior and lying, a lot of it was about DSP lying and the insane shit that DSP did or couldn't defend or was very suspect about how he defended. And that's what people talked about, because that's what you do in a decompression stream. You talk about what happened before the decompression stream. You talk about why you need to decompress, okay? So that's it. So that's what Craig is saying. DSP is trying to say how what he did is different, even though it's not. It's just because in the case of Keemstar was just a glazing fest between two people, because Keemstar wanted to have him on Lolcat Live in the future. So there was no one shitting on Keem because, sometimes the people that are watching a content creator will just, whatever the content creator kind of says, they'll say, yeah, that's what I think too. So Keemstar is cool now, Philip. And then, let's say 2 months later when Keemstar's an asshole again, yes, he is an asshole, Philip. I agree with you. I'll give you a $5 super chat for that. And that's what happens. Okay? So That's what DSP is trying to say, how what he did is different. Let's go.
On an already bad situation, because now I'm going to talk, Craig. Please let me speak. Okay?
Please, go ahead.
Go crazy,
After
Phil.
the interview, I had to cancel a whole fucking show that I had planned that was called DSP Asks It. I had guests lined up. You monetized bullying. That's the problem with what you did the day after. You hurt my business. You hurt my followers. You hurt me. You owe me an apology for that. I don't care about you not checking the interview. The email. I care about the fact that you not once, but then again later down the line, monetized hate against me. I literally never monetized hate against you ever. Ever.
Mm-hmm. Say about that, Phil. You've never once monetized
gold.
your hate against us. You never talked poorly about side scrollers.
Oh, I absolutely talked poorly about you, but I certainly didn't have entire shows based around it, inviting all of your detractors. Because you want to know something, Craig? They contacted me about this show. They said, here's all the dirt on Craig. And you know what I told them?
Yeah.
This is the truth, Craig. I said, fuck you. I said, I'm not going to do that. I'm better than that. I'm not going to talk about Craig's dirty laundry because that's not what this is about. I could have easily been doing that all along. Everyone has skeletons in the closet. We all know this, but I'm never going to be like that. I want to build bridges. I don't want to burn them. All right. At the end of this conversation today, I don't want to be at your throat. I don't want you to
We'll see about that.
hate me. I just want us to be at peace. Even if we never speak again, I just want us to be at peace. I'm tired of this internet drama
Philip just wants apologies, by the way. That's all we're looking for here, okay?
bullshit. But you hurt me bad with your behavior after that interview, and I want you to understand how bad it was for me. I had to hide for a year. And now to just show you, Craig, how different.
I had to hide for a year.
I
What?
fucking wish.
Yeah, what? I had to hide for a year.
It could have been. Did you see my appearance on Kino Casino recently? And how different
Oh my
that went?
god.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so he's gonna say here how the Kino Casino interview was so great, you know.
That could have happened with your interview, but that's not what you did.
We gave you an opportunity to fess up during the interview, Phil.
Which I couldn't do because I couldn't prove it during the interview. I had to get the information together, and I was going to do that, and you didn't give me the opportunity.
Well, no. Did you have any of that information available when you talked about this yesterday? All you did was you just talked. That's it. So all you wanted to do 18 months ago was just talk. Just
Good
like
point,
you did
Craig.
yesterday on your show.
No,
right?
whoa.
Be honest about it.
Now you're moving the goalpost. So first it was the only way anyone was going to
Okay, well,
Craig's a detractor, I guess.
Craig had a good point there, because DSP's iLive stream was literally just him talking. So if that's what it takes to to clear your name, why couldn't you have done that on our show, Philip?
He sent me all the documentation during the show.
Well,
you're saying I could have just said whatever.
I'll give you this, but I will give you that, right? Documentation would have helped your case, 100%. With that said, Phil, like just you saying, yeah, I played WWE Champions. Yeah, my name was this, whatever it was, right? And just saying those things, yeah, absolutely. That would have gone so far, right? And I feel like we extended the olive branch many times during that interview, right? And once again, you left that interview feeling good.
Yes.
Your point of contention is that after the show, we spoke honestly about our frustrations. Once again, why were we frustrated, Phil? Because we felt lied to, which was validated yesterday, literally yesterday. Later on, did I do a monetize the hater stream? 100%. Why? Because you were talking shit about me.
Yes.
Right? We've never gone out of our way to go off and say, hey, it's time to dump on Phil because it's fun to dump on Phil, right?
They were not like Kino Casino, in which they would make fun of DSP on every show they had. Side Scrollers very much left Phil alone after the interview, unless DSP talked shit about them, and then Craig did a show by himself once or twice, making fun of DSP after DSP brought them up. They very much left him alone, right? Side Scrollers did.
Yeah.
Right? So, anyways,
they were very aware that what would happen is people would come all the time to all their streams and just reference DSP and would just turn into like the DSP-centric thing. And they just wanted to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do.
Yes.
So they just did that.
Mm-hmm.
We dumped because we were pissed at the time. The result of the interview, we felt lied to, once again, validated, and you were talking shit. So now it was like, hey.
Like that. Once again, validated.
And the idea of going live there was, let's go on Phil's show and hash it out like we're doing now. So look, Phil, I mean this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you were hurt. I'm sorry that your community was hurt. And I'm sorry that you felt that way for a long time. That's why I'm on this show. I want to help you close the door with this chapter, right? I'm not your enemy. In fact, I've been your biggest champion. I've gone out of your way, as in that email. I want to help you get to level 2, whatever that looks like, right? So
DSP knows he's done now at this point. This is where DSP is looking for an out, I believe, because Craig is kind of like talking down to him, right? And that's what he has to. DSP doesn't like what's going on right now.
Oh, I did check the email. It's just there's no way I'm going to be playing Street Fighter with a guy who doesn't play Street Fighter, where I'm not going to benefit from it whatsoever. You will, because you're going to get another boost from my appearance on your show playing Street Fighter. I'm not going to get a boost from that.
Phil, we could have done it on your channel. That's the thing. You didn't even respond. But isn't that the fun of it? The idea that you play Street Fighter 6, you lay into me for fucking 9 matches. You destroy me. You're the definitive champ. And all of a sudden, the king is back.
Nobody cares about that, Craig. No one cares about you playing Street Fighter. What are you talking about?
But they care about us getting together. And Street Fighter is the conduit to do that.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting at. Move past the idea of Street Fighter 6, Phil. It's bigger than Street Fighter 6. The idea was just get together.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, here's the thing. You just apologized to me because I was hurt. I want you to apologize to me because you did it, because you know it was wrong.
I don't think it was wrong. Because
this is when I knew this was good. When that happened right there,
good job.
it was like a switch.
Though.
Yeah.
He apologized, told them exactly what to apologize for. Craig did it, and now Phil wants another apology about another thing. There you go.
This switch was hype back in when it happened.
I want you to apologize to me because you did it, because you know it was wrong.
I don't think it was wrong, because like I said, you yesterday, as you said yesterday, you lied to us.
Yes.
You lied to us.
Yes.
We felt that lie. We knew it was a lie. That day on that stream, we made $633.08. I will donate $633.08.
Oh, one thing, Memology, for some reason, Memology's makes some of the best videos on the whole Snortex. Obviously, they cut out this part that I felt we had to hear. It happened just about this moment. I have to play it for you from Raw here.
You're upset with me. You don't believe me. You smell shit. All right. But there's a difference between saying, well, we just did this big interview, we don't believe him, versus actually actively participating in memes that they have about me. Your entire cast laughed ack on the show, Craig, together, as if this was something funny to do to deride Phil. I was the guest on your show the day before for 5 hours. Mm-hmm. I was on your show and answered hard-hitting questions. You didn't have to believe the answers.
Hold on. Did you answer? Because you
did. I did. Oh, indeed, I answered. You just didn't like the answers.
Phil, don't flip that on me, because you didn't. You were dishonest with us, and we smelt that.
It's still an answer. It doesn't matter if it's honesty or not. It's still an answer.
Then let me ask you this.
And it's this level of shamelessness that makes it okay for Craig to rip into DSP anytime. Because imagine being so disrespectful to somebody to go on their show with the whole idea of just constantly lying to them and then feeling like you're the one who's owed an apology.
I lied for 5 hours, trying to talk. I was there for 5 hours, Craig, answering your hard-hitting questions, by the way. I wasn't being truthful with my answers, but yet I was still there. Thank you.
To a charity of your choice.
Okay.
Craig, if that will help close the book.
If you actually cared about anything that you're saying right now, you already would have donated that money. Ooh. So you can do with it however you want. The fact is, you have done absolutely nothing in this appearance to show any kind of responsibility or remorse for the things that you did regarding me, my community, or my reputation after the interview. And you've publicly admitted you didn't check the avenue that you could have gotten actual evidence of what I was going to tell you about the truth. So
I did not check the email.
So I don't really know I can help you anymore at this point. It's like I've been saying to everyone recently. What's happened in the last month and a half is pretty remarkable. What you did was the equivalent of if, let's say, Barbara Walters was going to interview a big prominent person. I don't know. We're going to make this up. Barbara Walters was interviewing Donald Trump.
John Stamos.
And she does an interview with Donald Trump, and she hits him with all the hard-hitting questions, and he answers with bluster.
Comparing Barbara Walters to a streamer on YouTube is pretty wild, right? Does Barbara Walters get super chats? Honestly, but okay, let's go.
And a lot of people don't believe Donald Trump or whatever. She goes on a public appearance where where she literally says, I don't believe a word Donald Trump said. He's an asshole. He's a piece of shit. I don't like his hair. I don't like this. And then as she was doing it, all the sponsors of Democratic causes are sending money to the show because, oh, this is great. She's ragging on Donald Trump, who we don't like.
I'm just going to say that if in this crazy situation that DSP has created, if Donald Trump was lying in the interview that Barbara Walters did with him and other people thought he was too, this would happen. This literally would happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just saying, Barbara Walters would say, yeah, I think he wasn't being truthful there. That would happen.
It's literally what
and
you
you
did.
also
That's
have
not integrity.
like, this is a terrible example because this happens in media all the time when a certain political party is paying a certain media company to have a certain lean on their coverage.
Yes.
That happens all the time. That's how media works. Somebody owns all of it.
People call out people lying, no matter who it is. And the bigger the person they are, the more they're going to get called out.
That's bullying for profit. All right.
Phil.
And the fact that you can't admit.
Good point, Misery Merchant. Craig didn't ruin Phil's reputation. Phil lying for 5 hours ruined Phil's reputation. Good comment.
That you did this. You say you're sorry it hurt me, but you're not sorry you did it. That just it speaks to your character.
Yeah,
I didn't have to do anything. You literally just did it to yourself on the show. And that's
Phil.
the thing. I didn't have to monetize hate against you at all. You did it to yourself.
Okay.
And I'm not going to monetize hate against you ever. It's not going to happen. There's not going to be a decompression stream after this where we shit on you at all. Because I don't have anything else to say once you're off this show. It's done. You did it. You did it yourself, my friend.
Just to be clear, so when Barbara Walters, so she has this interview with Donald Trump, is she not allowed to talk about it afterwards?
Good question.
Oh, she could talk about it, but she's not. Oh, she's not allowed to monetize hatred toward the person she just interviewed. And here's why. Here's why. No. Let me clarify why. Because
do you watch the news?
if you're the interviewer, you're supposed to be fair and impartial, correct? During the interview.
Not?
You were during the interview.
Okay.
But then, if that interviewer immediately discredits the person they just interviewed, there's not one fucking person who's going to go back and watch the interview with a fair take and a subjective glance at it and say, okay, so I will judge for myself if he told the truth.
God, he's like drowning right now, just scrambling for any air right here. DSP is going down the longest logic paths possible to somehow try to prove he has the upper hand on this one. It's wild. I don't remember it being this weird, just scrambly.
Okay? No one who watched the interview gave me that shot because you literally after the interview said he's a bold-faced piece of shit liar.
Because he absolutely was.
Laugh at him with his detractors. Ha 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 ha. Ack. So your interview originally was meant to be fair and balanced, and it became a hit piece because of what you did after. And I don't think you've ever really consciously known that.
They transformed into a hit piece.
It
because
got retconned by itself.
Yes.
Yeah.
It
That's
was
weird,
transformed into its final form, which is the hate. Because the decompression stream happened where they took super chats from detractors that changed the interview itself into a hit piece. Got it?
But it is. It's a giant hit piece against me, and it always will be.
There you go.
You did it to yourself, man. You had an opportunity with all this. If it's a hit piece, it's your words. Your words.
I was going to send you everything you asked for.
You had a chance to talk.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. You said with your own words, you thought it was a very fair interview, right?
Yes.
If people look back on that interview, right, and they are upset about the interview, it's because of the response that you gave. Nobody's going back and watching the monetize the hate stream, or no one's going back and watching the decompression stream. What they're watching is the DSP interview. And if they're upset about something that happened, or if they have if they think a certain way about you or me or Adam because of that stream, it's based off of the conversation that we had then, and not based around anything that happened afterwards, right? That's the main point of contact that people are watching. So look, I'm sorry, man. I hope that you can move past this. I hope that we have an opportunity to work together again in the future. I do. I genuinely do. Because I do think at your core, I do think that you are a good guy who just wants to play games and make positive content, right? And you know what? I think that's extremely admirable, Bill. And I'm not going to apologize for people who gave us money because they felt we either did a good job or we felt like we missed something, or did you hear about this? I'm not going to apologize for that. I told you I will gladly I will gladly give that money to a charity, right? And I'll give it to a charity in your name, right?
Great.
But if you don't want that, that's fine, and that's totally okay.
I mean, I'm speechless. You actually think that giving that money to a charity a year and a half later is going to somehow make you look good or something? Like, what are you talking about?
No.
See, Craig is thinking about this too logically. He thinks that Philip really cares about them getting the money, and that's the problem. Phil doesn't really care about the money. His pride is hurt from him getting the money. So even if Craig gave that money to a charity, it wouldn't heal the wounds that he already has succumbed from those super chats. So
we're really trying to save the ego here.
Yes, we just need
really
an
trying to
apology,
save the
please.
No. I hope that I could care less.
Because what I'm saying, commence jiggling. That money's never getting back to him, so he doesn't give a shit about the actual money at this point, right? It's not about that.
What I care about is helping you move on, because you clearly are clinging on to this, right?
Yep.
And like I said, I'm sorry that this happened, right? But I'm not sorry for the words that you said, right? Once again, if somebody feels a certain way about you, it's based off your actions, right? I'm live 2 hours a day, 5 days a week. People see me, they know me by now, right? I've been doing this for almost 20 years. So people have a pretty good idea of me and my character. And for you to attack my character, I mean this with all due respect, Phil. Go fuck yourself.
Oh my God! What the fuck? Whoa!
Stand his asshole. Don't lose because you don't know. I've gone out of my way, Phil, to treat you with respect via email the entire time. I've gone out of my way to treat you with respect and be courteous to you continuously. Yep. And I'm sorry that you're upset that I didn't check my email for 23 hours. I'm sorry for that. But no, I hope people send you lots of money.
DSP's decided to make the move at this point, but he has to make sure all his ducks are in a row, with the mouse and stuff. You can see him fucking with the Discord settings, hang on, let me make sure
everything has to go exactly as planned, even though there was no plan. He's making it up right now. He needs to get the final word. That's what it's always about.
In regards to me, I hope I'll be the first one talking about myself, and I'll send you a super chat momentarily here in just a few minutes.
I don't want you to send me any super chat,
but I want to.
Well, I can't stop you if you really have to do it. I mean, I can't stop you from doing it. I don't want any money from you. I don't want anything from you. Really, at this point, like you literally in a situation here where we were being completely cordial, you just told me to go fuck myself publicly on the stream. You realize that, right?
Why?
I didn't do it. You did.
Why? Because you attacked my
No, not why. You did it. We were being
No. Don't worry about the why. That was funny. Don't worry about the why, Craig.
You did.
Why? Because you attacked my
No, not why. You did it. We were being cordial. I just had an entire show with Keem last week, and I have way more gripes with Keem than I have with you, and that never happened.
Did you attack Keem's character?
Oh, yeah.
No, he did not.
Yes, I did. And he went back.
I saw that question, how soft those questions were. Keem, well, some people, a lot of people seem to think you make hateful content. Keem, what do you want to say to those people that say that? It's not DSP calling Keem out on anything.
Back at me, and we went back and forth, and we hashed it out.
Yeah.
Listen, then Keem should have told you to go fuck yourself.
All right, so there you go. Folks, there you have it. There you have it. Night and day. I mean, you can't. That's all. I mean, really, honestly. But we're over. I'm sorry. I have to. I'll apologize for two things. I'll apologize, number one, that I did lie to you during the interview.
Which
that was
led
wrong.
to everything we're talking about.
That was wrong. And number two, I apologize to the public that I lied for so many years, but I already did that last night on my own show, so they already know about that.
Yeah,
all right?
They've already accepted that. Okay.
I'll apologize to you now because we're taking too much of your time, and I know you got to get going. All right?
So let me close with this.
You close, and then I'll close, and we'll be good. Okay. You close first.
I'm asking you, why were we pissed?
Oh, you want me to answer?
Yeah.
Well, it sounds to me like you wanted me to come clean on your show and get a really great piece of content out of it because it was going to be the definitive time when DSP admits to everything that everyone's been saying that he's been doing for so long. And when I didn't do that, you basically had a nothing burger of an interview. 5 hours of a nothing burger of an interview.
Mm-hmm. Similar to the June the King documentary, which was a nothing burger in DSP's mind. Mm-hmm. But also, it affected his community and his family so bad that he had to go in hiding for a year. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Which he just said... I'm confused on how that works. It was a nothing burger that led to him going in hiding for a year. Okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
But it was good for my detractors. They wanted to crap on me, so it was a good piece for them. But you didn't have anything for anyone else. So it didn't give you what you were looking for in the product. That was the problem. You were really hoping you were going to get the big confession. That's why you kept putting me on the spot about send me the screenshot, when we had never discussed that before the interview. You didn't get it. You got upset about it. And that's why you didn't check your email, because you couldn't get the moment anymore in the interview. You thought you had wasted 5 hours of your time. And what you said was, well, now I'm going to get him back for that tomorrow. I'll make that money in this nice destruction show that we'll do on Friday. That's actually what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, money talks. Money
what do I do?
talks.
Your time.
All right. Now, hold on. No, before you go, let me say my piece too. All right.
Sure.
Well, it'll be quick. I promise.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the
Here we
end.
go.
There's no
Get
more
ready,
feud between
boys.
you and me. Do you agree? That's it. We're done. We can stop going at each other's throats.
Phil, I haven't had a feud with you for 18 months, man.
That's fine. Okay, whatever you say, monetize the haters, but you don't have a feud with me. You want me to play Street Fighter with you. You don't have a feud with me. You want me back as a guest on your anniversary show because you know it's going to bring you hype and attention from my detractors, but you don't have a feud with me. Okay? But okay, fair enough. You don't have a feud, but we're agreeing to this now. It's over, right? We're done.
Yeah,
we're good.
It's over. Yeah.
Okay. So
He's checking his settings again here. Not checking his settings. Look, he has his mouse over disconnect right now. Hang on, let me get this ready. Hang on.
you were asking me now, a year and a half later, will I be a guest on your show, which was what originally was agreed to. Correct? Like, that's what you're saying. It was originally, that was the agreement. We were going to do the interview.
God, this is such the longest setup of all time for this, by the way. How many words does it take to set this up?
I was going to have the opportunity to be a regular guest on your show like everyone else had been.
Okay.
Correct? That was the agreement.
Yeah.
And after the interview, I sent you that email saying, like, we were just disappointed, right? And the offer wasn't there anymore after the interview because we felt lied to.
Which was correct.
So now,
that said, I hope we can move past it.
That's what I'm saying. Now that we've hashed it all out, right? We're all good. You're saying you're extending that olive branch, and you're saying that
he's checking again. Third
We're lining it up.
that opportunity is there again, possibly. Not a lock-in, but it's possible that I could be on your show.
Sure.
Okay, I'm not interested. Go fuck yourself. Okay. All right, guys. So that is.
So Philip thought that was the biggest W of all time. He really did. He made a 2-minute short of this moment. Okay.
Like, I don't know how to handle it, Phil.
This is how it finishes.
The first one. Talking about myself, and I'll send you a super chat momentarily here in just a few minutes.
I don't want you to send me any super chat, Craig.
But I want to.
That's it. He didn't even include the go fuck yourself moment. That was a short. I don't know what kind of short that was supposed to be, but there we go. Okay,
Gin short.
I don't. Maybe. I guess he wanted it because it was getting a lot of views, so I thought he was going to ride that train a little longer. I thought. I don't know, but he didn't make you short of the go fuck yourself move. He did a thumbnail with it. Watch this. So this is the thumbnail, but he just played the part where Craig said "go fuck yourself." I guess. Here. He put the thumbnail where Craig said "go fuck yourself," but he didn't get the part where he got him back. I guess because he wanted to make sure Craig looks unhinged. He did leave some notes here. And said, in this unhinged 2-minute clip, stuttering Craig wants to donate the tractor money earned 1.5 years ago to a charity to save face, tells DSP to go F yourself because he himself exposed his hypocrisy, reading his own emails, destroying his image, tells DSP he's going to super chat him, which DSP says he doesn't want, but he insists he'll do it anyway. After all that, he didn't even do the super chat.
But he told him not to do it.
Yeah. This is DSP writing this, by the way. Just letting you know. So there we go. He went on to his own show for 45 minutes, taking detractor donations and making fun of Phil with his stream thumbnail being Phil's incident face from 2016. This is the third time Craig has done this and shows that everything he said in this interview was disingenuous. There we go. Sounds good to me, dude. So now we get back to the DMs finally. And Triple P says, peak content with the Craig interview. Awesome stuff. He then says, DSP responses, that was something else. I was not expecting it to go that way at all. I mean, he completely did it to himself. Triple P says, he's just a dumbass. Then DSP says, I guess so. Then instead of doing stuff with his family, which he said he had to do, hence keeping the interview to 90 minutes, he instead went live and got contributions from my detractors for hours. Pretty insane. You know, I'm really tired of this one-sided bullshit. For over a year, Craig repeatedly treated me like shit to get money from my detractors. I have him on the show, am totally respectful to him, and point out how bad his treatment of me was. He responds by belittling it all and tells me to go fuck myself. So I gaslit him into thinking I want to be on his show. I tell him to fuck off and hang up. Now people are saying I'm the villain in comments. Did they miss the 1.5 years of him treating me like shit? These people are something else. Go ahead, Meerkat.
Bro, back-to-back sentences. First says that he gaslit somebody, and then he's complaining about people thinking that he's the bad guy. Bro, you admitted to trying to manipulate somebody.
Yes.
Also whose comments? His own?
No, he's talking about the YouTube comments, I'm assuming. Because, you know.
Yeah, but on his channel or like somebody else's channel?
On his channel. Because on his channel, he didn't get any support on his own channel about this. Like, even like, you know, there'll be the occasional dent support. But most of it's like, oh, excuse me, there's an important note I missed. After the interview was ended, Craig went on his own stream for about an hour, accepting contributions from my detractors, insulting me, and even made the thumbnail preview of his stream my incident face. This interview completely exposed him as he went mask off. Mask off after being called out for his actions towards me over the last 1.5 years, and his actions directly after completely contradicted what he said in this conversation. So there we go. When the person who lied demands an apology for the behavior of the person that was lied to, then cries like a little girl about her fifis, there, I just saved the viewer 90 minutes. Exactly. 40-year-old men bicker about stuff that doesn't matter. Such a passive-aggressive vibe for the whole thing. Talk about fumbling the ending. WB champions bringing people together. Why would you say that, man? Yeah, he was an asshole, but you didn't have to do him like that. There you go. Very bad ending. You had the high ground. I personally was thinking you were coming out and finally with the truth, and then you erased it all by being a toddler. Very disappointing. As a longtime fan, Phil, that was really disrespectful what you did to Craig. Not cool. That's what he's talking about in those DMs. I guess you missed the entire year he harassed me in his content. The entire interview where he refused to apologize. And when he told me outright to go fuck myself. You clearly missed it. So that's what he's talking about in the DMs. Just letting you know right there. So, these people are something else. Hey, man. Okay, no response from the Kino boys. So DSP then says, blah, blah. Hey, man.
Oh, my God. Holy paragraphs.
Sorry to keep pinging you during your vacay. FYI, someone came into my documentary reaction tonight claiming that they are in Discord and you told everyone to outright stop supporting me for some reason. I see no evidence of this, obviously, but just want to let you know this is now the narrative me detractors are apparently going with. Triple P says, I don't have a Discord, like a server or anything. What's retarded is people having a narrative that you must be wrong and Craig must be right, and no matter what happens, they have to cling to that. It's just bullshit. But let the detractors think they won at the end of the day. You're the one cashing paychecks, and they have jack shit. DSP says, June the King is coming on my show, and we are calling it Friday the 12th. You guys will not have to work for months. At this point, I am a factory of content.
Oh my God. I'm such a good little cuck.
That's what he's saying. God, isn't that wild? DSP is saying, you'll Daddy Triple, you'll never have to work again. I'll dance for you as long as you want, Daddy. Amazing. Big ups. Tony T says DSP is the definition of pompous, correct, and bulbous. Flowchart Cami says if DSP was Pinocchio, how many times would his nose wrap around the earth? 4. Mimsykin says he's been real active on that account lately. Probably his dopamine flow being altered from the workouts, causing a relapse. That or Thanksgiving Hogan. I don't know if there's a Thanksgiving Hogan. That'd be pretty hype though. A turkey Hogan. We do have a zombie and Santa, but.
Yeah, I think he's permanently zombie Hogan now, so I don't know if they're going to be putting out more of those. Let me just check though.
I think we just lost the Coffee Brothers now as fans. God damn it. What was their name again? I forget. Who's that?
The
Dutch
Island
Bros?
Boys.
Yeah, we just lost the Dutch Bros. They were in chat. See ya, Dutch Bros. Chuck Berry says, not a Craig fan, but he handled this perfectly. Gave Phil the apology he wanted, but delivered it in a way that he can't enjoy it. The monkey's paw apology. Yeah, Craig did good on this one. I think he stood his ground, and as he should have in this case, right? Like, hey, dude, in the end of the day, you were lying for the whole fucking 5 hours. So you asking me for an apology is kind of wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and that's, he didn't back down when I think it was the right move, you know? He shouldn't have backed down on that case.
And whenever he gave him the apology, it was the least satisfying apology that DSP could receive. Because it's basically, I'm sorry that if you felt hurt by me thinking you're a liar, even though you were. It's a very complicated apology.
Yeah. Like, that's what it is if you think about it, guys. I'm sorry that we said you were a liar after the interview in which you later would admit to being a liar on. That's what it was. You know what I mean? That's what it is. I mean, it's insane to think about, but that's what it was. Iwamoto says, I had to lie for 5 hours. Yeah, I had to lie for 5 hours. That wasn't easy, Craig. And Seawook Dev says, I love in the Discord text messages, DSP says, there is no snake eating going on. There is no snake eating going on. But until there is. All right. So we're moving on here. We're getting closer to the June the King interview. We're not going to get there today, but we will get there next time, I'm sure. But there's a few more things until we get there. So June the King is coming out, blah, blah, blah. Triple P says it's going to be hype. As for the Matoker thing, fuck these detractors. It's almost like these idiots don't want any content. I've never seen a group of trolls like this ever. It's just retardation. Everyone with any sense knows what you meant. That's because, by the way, in this case, as we know later, Triple P was the one that caused DSP to reach out to Mr. Matoker, even though he was on his deathbed. That's where that famous laugh I use on WPIG is from DSP, Triple P laughing at that. So Triple P is telling him, hey man, it's cool people make fun of you for that one. That wasn't me. You know, that's cool, man. Detractors are unhinged. But don't worry, I will do whatever possible to make that meeting happen. Probably the first week of October is likely, and it might be his last appearance ever, you know, before he dies. You know? Then DSP says, yeah, at this point I'm so numb to them, but I sadly had to address it today, as the Kino Casino viewers likely came over and were like, what the fuck is this shit? The detractors employed their endless army of bots again to farm my content. Insane amounts of downvotes and negative comments in my day off when they knew I wouldn't be looking. He thinks we're so organized, by the way. That's really hype, Phil. You know, Phil's day off. Get in there, boys. Start downvoting. He's not watching. Anyway,
they do that all the time. Like I don't get why it matters.
I know.
I guess he means with the comments on the videos, so he wouldn't pay attention to them and he wouldn't have time to remove them.
Let me tell you, by the way, if he's doing that, checking every comment, that is literally hell he's living in, where, you know, every free moment he's checking those comments, seeing what he has to approve, what not to approve. Can you imagine Kat in there if they're ever spending time together? Hang on, Kat, we got 5 more comments. Let me read this one. Oh, that's a troll. Okay, that's a troll. Okay, yeah, what were you saying, honey? Go ahead. You know, like that, just kill yourself. Anyways, insane amounts of downvotes and negative comments a day off. I still had a great day regardless, but I feel the momentum is dying because nothing crazy hype is on the horizon yet besides the June the King interview. Now, I want to remind you, we are less than 2 weeks since, like, the height of this King arc. And just the smidge of downturn is sending him into this panic, saying, oh, God, Triple P, the momentum is dying. We need something, you know? And
wasn't this during the Kino Casino break? I think.
Yes, they're on vacation at this point. Yeah, that's why he's really...
That was the problem. And later on in the DM reveal stream, the 666 stream, that's what he named as one of his big grievances towards him, that they made a bunch of content together and then they had the audacity to go on vacation. And therefore, his resurgence just went down because there was nobody to keep resurging him and resuscitating him.
And for someone that doesn't care about views, he does say the following. For the record, 41 straight streams with amazing support. The views have dropped off a bit, likely because the hype has died down. No collabs with you guys, and my doc is old news already. I'm trying to get some guests and collabs to mixed results, but it's definitely not dried up. 41 in a row. Oh, by the way, all that was in a row. All that was DSP in a row. Then 41 in a row. Well, I jinxed it. The streak ended today because this Black Myth Wukong game fell off so hard halfway through. People straight up left because it was so boring. Fuck. I got it back on the Street Fighter 6 stream. Looks like a roller coaster is coming. All right. I mean,
it's a long roller coaster. It's been happening over a decade.
That's it. Also, terrible attachment issues by our boy Dave here, because you're gonna give those guys a stream update every time you stream and update them how much money you made and how good your views are.
Yeah,
come on, man.
Imagine that. After giving post-stream updates, Hey guys,
yeah,
just let you know.
Dinner first.
I got it back, okay, guys? Okay, next we got a longer one. The next day, no one responds, so DSP takes it on to himself to write another thing. Hey, so do you guys celebrate Halloween? I've heard both you and your editor reference Kinoween a bit. I do a marathon on Halloween where I dress up in costume all day, playing games that I let my viewers choose, usually a lot of horror-themed stuff. And this year, since I'm on PC, I bet there are a ton more things eligible. I bet if we did something of a collab around that, or even on that day, it would be great. But I'm certainly not wanting to be pushy, as I have no idea what you guys usually do. DSP wants to make sure they have a collab going for Halloween. Triple P says, so we do that, but basically every day in October, we aim every day to do streams in different costumes, and we do normal drama, but also horror games and reacts to Halloween stuff like Are You Afraid of the Dark? So really, we could bring you on any day. Part of why I'm on vacation right now is to prepare the show for these days. DSP then says, wow, that's awesome, and I'm down for that for sure. Everyone is eagerly awaiting your return. Your fans are chomping at the bit, as they say, and I'm doing my best to maintain. What the fuck?
Yeah, he was acting like he was a part of the show at that point.
I'm the third chair, guys. I'm helping on my streams with my 200 viewers.
He's the social media manager, Your fans are chomping at the bit. I'm trying to hold them off, okay, Triple P? I'll handle this. I'm going to even poke the bear with Ethan Ralph a bit this week for some drama. But I don't want to fully engage him until you guys are back, because I think that would be the perfect subject to cover if I come on your show again. Now, for those that don't remember, this was around the time DSP, in a very cringe fashion, did a tweet which just said Ethan Ralph was the only tweet. And I'm going to get the exact date on this because I want to share the truth of this one. That was right here. And yeah, it was that very same night, actually. So DSP tweeted this out this very same night, okay? Because this is a bright idea from him, He's trying to start shit off. He says, just want to test something really quickly. Here goes. Ethan Ralph was the tweet, okay? Dude, have I got an idea for October? Oh, this is, let's see, same day, just a little bit later in the day. Dude, have I got an idea for October? But I won't impose at all. You guys have got your shit together, and you certainly don't need me. Let me know if you're interested. It hit me live during my podcast today. Well, I think a Ralph show will be fun for sure. Let me know what you're thinking. Here we go, boys. Oh, yes. Haha. I'll tell you all about it later tonight. I think your audience would really enjoy it. You ready, boys? This is DSP's best idea. Okay, so for some unknown reason, Ralph is all over my ass, and I'm mostly ignoring him. It's driving him nuts. Just a reminder that DSP posted this 2 days before he said, I ignore Ethan Ralph.
Yes, and in the DMs, nice. He admitted that he was going to try to cause some drama, but not even fully commit because the Kino Casino wasn't there to back him up.
Exactly. It's driving him nuts. I know you guys shit on him constantly, but this is kind of a unique situation. Yesterday, I just read Twitter comments on him, and I called it reading early PKE readings on Ralph. Oh, you guys get excited for this idea? I hope you like Ghostbusters because we can go in on this shit. Like, I will slowly talk about him a bit more. And then when you guys come back, we could do a full show where you expose him to me. That sounds weird, but yeah, let's
not beating allegations, Phil. Not beating allegations here, sir.
You expose Ralph to me. Okay. Like, I'm just a dope, and you guys are all scientific and know all about him, so this is my education. And it gets better. We can call it Guntbusters and even ham it up. I have a full Ghostbusters outfit from almost a decade ago that I wore for Halloween and can put it on again. Shit, we can even get an AI song made for it. Whoa, spared no expense, Philip. Damn, AI song? If we go all out as part of Keenoween, I think this could make your fans go crazy, okay? Just my saying his name on my Twitter made people and him go nuts. Not done yet. Make him look like Slimer, and we're busting his ass.
Phrasing again, Phil.
Again, the phrasing here, not great. Yeah, so he's Slimer, and we're busting his ass. I can make Ghostbusters jokes and references all day, and it totally feeds into your Halloween theme. But I can also see it being a bit corny. So that's why I'm not going to talk about it or proceed to talk about him without your buy-in.
Jesus.
I also thought the briefcase idea for the Rich React was corny, but it obviously worked out well.
Oh yeah,
that was great. That was obviously an all-star. So DSP wrote all this. All this was the DSP's writings. Triple P responds with, "Yeah, it's a great idea. We'll put that together as soon as we get back." Okay. Then another day passes. DSP responds. Go ahead, please.
Did the timestamps say 12:30, like 5 or 34 a.m. for Phil?
A.m. Yeah, 12:52 a.m.
So we're deep into gin hours.
Yes, of course. Streamed long over. He got a great idea.
Yeah. Now we know where ideas come from.
Hope you guys had a great vacation. Again, he's like 3 times now saying, hope you guys having a great vacation. Your fans are waiting so much for you to come back. But anyways, hope you guys have had a great vacation. This is, again, gin hours the next day, by the way. This is 12:41 the next day. Well-deserved. And I think you can see I've maintained as best I could without your crazy hype train. So DSP expects them to like be keeping tabs on Philip's streams, how they're doing, attendance numbers, basically keep an eye on them. And he said, you guys are just nuts with it. I'm like 1/10 of what you guys are in that regard. When are you guys coming back? I will not say this to the public. Just wondering, because I know I'll be bombarded with messages about it when it happens. Hold on. Just the logic here. When you get back from your vacation, I'm going to be bombarded with messages. So please tell me when you're coming back from vacation so I know that? Is what we're saying here?
That's what we're saying.
Okay, yes. Cool, man. Very cool.
Like a clingy girlfriend, man.
Yes.
He's like, hey, I know you're with your parents and you're fishing and having a great time. I hope your dad caught a couple of fish and you could email them to me so I can see how big they were. But just let me know when you come back so I can actually clean the house before you get home.
Yeah. Like, just ask them when they're coming back. Like, he doesn't have the confidence to say, hey, when you guys coming back? He just wants to ask without being direct. And it's like he just goes this cringe roundabout way. But he says,
of course, I mean, this is like the DSP showing the slightest sense of self-awareness because he spammed the shit out of him with a bunch of ideas and gimmicks and pitches to the point where I think he himself realized how desperate he looks, so he had to come up with this roundabout bullshit.
Yes. Yeah, we've all been there. You find a reason to send a message to someone that's not answering you. Like, in high school, you send 2 messages, but the girl doesn't write back, and you say, just letting you know there's a test tomorrow. But it's not like you're just hoping that gets the conversation going again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's just a roundabout style. That's what DSP's doing here, too. So then Triple P responds.
there was one of the messages where he said, I have an idea for you guys, but he didn't outright say the idea in order to make them to like force a response.
Yeah.
So he knows that when Triple P sees this, he's gonna have to say something.
That's so fucking cringe, by the way. Like, I have an idea, but I'll wait till you guys are back. So you're just hoping they say, yeah, what is it, Phil? Oh, I can't wait to hear this, Phil. Awesome. Then Triple P says, should be back fully October 1st, maybe a few days before. Okay, cool. Why are my calves such a big deal? This is hilarious. So this is out of the blue, though, as you can see. Like, no one's talking about this in the DMs, right? No one is. But DSP is posting about it in DMs to Triple P. This is the tweet that you can remember. Just a reminder, this is a foot pic incoming, guys. Just letting you know. So it started, by the way, with Meowblock, legendary poster on Twitter, said, DSP just said he's never heard of the skip leg day thing when it comes to men working out. Then he said he never skipped leg day because he always walks on his toes, so he already has giant calves. He used the word roided to describe how they look. Now I'm showing you this because that is the exact tweet that DSP responded to directly to that. And he says, this is a legitimate picture of my leg right now. I have giant uppercase mutant calves because I've walked on my toes my entire life. I am not making this shit up. Okay. So then DSP, in hopes of getting Triple P's take on this, I guess, says, why are my calves such a big deal? This is hilarious. Triple P feeds into the beast a bit and says, you're like Calfzilla, the Calf King. They are just jelly of your mad gains. If you say stuff like that and emphasize how jacked your calves are and how superhuman your calves are, they will lose it. You should lean all the way in and do a Rick Rude gimmick for your calves every show. What the ladies want to see and the men want to be, it's the king's calves. DSP very much enjoys that idea and says, that's funny as fuck. Then he says, I know it's a joke, but what is up with all these autistic fucks obsessing over the smallest minutia? I guess I have to lean onto every little thing. Now I have a topic for tomorrow's podcast, LOL. Then 3 days pass without a response from anybody. So DSP, of course, has to message again, just checking in. So people keep telling me you guys are back by this weekend. Not sure where that info is from, but I won't tell them about your real return. Okay, relax, man. We're coming back when we come back. All right. Also, I got an awesome prop for the Ralph Ghostbusters idea, and I'm dying to use it on stream, but I don't want to unless you guys are 100% sure you want to run with it. So let me know when you get a chance. Enjoy the end of your vacation. That is our fifth
I would if you shut up.
Yeah.
I'm trying to drink Mai Tais on the beach, man.
Fifth time now saying enjoy your vacation, okay? Just letting you know. Fifth time. Enjoy your vacation in different ways. Next up, Triple P's not answering enough, guys. So what do we do next? When Triple P doesn't answer, we check in on Andy. So now we message Andy. Hey, man. Hope you enjoyed your vacation. Looking forward to your return. Yo, thanks, man. Still traveling back. Been a miserable plane ride. 2 layovers. Hope all is well. DSP, less than 2 hours later, I've been there. Used to fly a ton during my Street Fighter days, and I don't miss it. All is well. Your fans really miss you and are eagerly awaiting your return. Okay.
Damn, we're trying to cheerleader for him and be like, your fans are ready for you to come back. Yeah. They're ready this weekend. You can talk all about my shenanigans. Hope you had a nice vacation.
You got a lot to catch up on, guys. Andy says, oh man, it's brutal. Finally slept in my own bed. Felt good. DSP says, that's seriously the best feeling after a long time away. Yeah. This is so fucking cringe to send to DMs of another dude you barely fucking know. It's very cringe. I can't like Meerkat. If I send that to Meerkat, he's blocking me on every fucking method possible. Hey Meerkat, just got back to my own bed. Let me tell you, best feeling ever. Am I right, bro? Like, imagine. What the fuck? All right, moving on. We go 2 days later. DSP again didn't get a response, so he has to go. He says, "Your fans are the best. Made $700 play WWE Champions again tonight doing some pulls. We got jack shit, of course, but it was fun as hell as usual." Triple P says, "Let's go, Big W." The next day, DSP, this is the last section, by the way, we're going to be done for the night, but DSP then says, because he goes off on one, "Some of your trolls started to gravitate into my chat today. The expected bullshit about one of your viewers being a pedo. Banned on site, and I'll never give that shit any attention." Okay? Now, as you can see, there's 2 days before the next message from DSP because they didn't say anything. DSP then says, didn't get the response he wanted, I guess. So he says, "Fuck these idiots trying to associate pedophilia with the casino. You guys just convinced me to get rid of Derek."
All caps. Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck is this message?
"That's exactly the evidence you need to erase this nonsense. We wouldn't even be talking now if I hadn't listened to reason, and I'm very grateful for that. Nobody who makes content can be held accountable for the actions of their viewers. You disown the freak, and that's more than enug. I've got your back on this. Not that it means much because I'm a nobody, but I won't let these shitbags have their way if I can help it." Now, I'm trying to think of how to set up the next section. Well, he sent this very heartfelt message to Triple P, so I guess that led to him thinking the exact same message is good enough for Andy as well, because he just copied and pasted that entire message.
Copy paste.
Fuck me.
Oh my
You're
god.
43 and you're actively copying and pasting a message, a paragraph, to 2 other people who are like your friends.
Yes.
Like, fuck you right in your mouth and you're saying thank you.
Fuck. Oh my
Please.
god.
Jeez.
Triple P then says, "I appreciate that, Phil. I don't think anything will come of it in the end, but we banned the guy and disavowed him, and he had no idea. We had no idea he existed until 5 minutes ago. It's just bullshit we have to deal with all the time because people have to come up with narratives against us. Nobody thinks PewDiePie is responsible for the Christchurch shooting, and I think the same principle applies here." Then
Phil doesn't know about that.
No, he doesn't. Okay, he's like, "Whatever, guys. Anyway, more about me. I'm sad that people are using this as ammo because of the Derek thing. I really hope our brief and fun association didn't hurt you in any way. And I understand if you want to distance yourself from me. But I don't get it because you convinced me to get rid of the pedophile. So how the fuck is that a bad thing? It's honestly evidence that you are wise and on top of this kind of shit." Okay, knowing about Derek means they are wise and on top of this kind of shit?
What?
Wait. You convinced me to get rid of the known pedophile, Derek.
Yes.
That I've known about for years.
7 years he's known about it, yeah.
I blocked his Twitter because it's full of pornography. And but can't see that when we're watching YouTubers on the couch while eating Bahama Breeze. It's not fair. And I hope you guys don't get hurt by my viewer base's actions and my actions to correct that.
Yes, knowing about Phil. Derek being a pedophile for years publicly on his public playlist means that you are wise and on top of this kind of shit. Seems like people were planning this kind of thing all along, especially for when you were on break, so you couldn't defend yourselves properly. It does seem like pretty convenient timing. Okay?
Man, that's some piggy paranoia there. Thinking, again, detractors are all one mind.
Mm-hmm.
And Phil runs that narrative just to build off that, us versus them. And to be honest, detractors really don't work together. Like,
no, it's not. And we don't have schedules. Phil's off. Go. All right. No. So then DSP, again, didn't get anything. DSP got no response, so he writes again. "I just read Kiwi Farms, LOL. They think I'm upset you guys are ghosting me and you haven't talked to me at all in the last month. We are going to crush their tiny nuts when you guys are back. Ralph is supposed to do some big show about me in the next few days, and this is going to be perfect for the idea I had if you guys are still down for it. He's really holding on to that idea. Way bigger than Rich, I think, because this one is a long time coming. And your Keenoween theme is just the right time for this Guntbusters collab. Ooh, interesting. DSP is the biggest reader of Kiwi Farms of anybody, by the way. He loves that site. He knows everything that site says. He loves it. He's a frequent reader.
And this, like, I think he did all of this just so he can have a reason to kind of propose another collab with Kino Casino, just to like be extra annoying. It's like, oh, we got to show those guys how full of shit they are. When you do what I want, just do what I want, and we're gonna own the trolls.
So I think we're gonna end today with this. So the TPP responses, they write the craziest fan fiction sometimes. It's gonna be a big show. DSP, as you can see, DSP did the Tolomeo interview at this point. And to kind of sum up the Tolomeo interview, because I don't need to play it here, Tolomeo just as well kind of pushed back on Phil on some things, asked him about things. It didn't really go like DSP was hoping, I'd say, is a fair assessment, right? Because DSP was hoping Tolomeo would just say, yeah, you are the king, man. You are awesome. But it didn't really happen. And that's why Philip got frustrated the whole time. If you haven't seen it, it's worth watching. But Tolomeo was kind of like, wouldn't take the words that DSP was saying, which DSP wanted. Like, he didn't want the guy to say, yeah, you're right, Tolomeo. Yeah, that's true. Detractors suck, man. But Tolomeo was even sticking up for detractors. Says, haven't detractors saved you from having a pedophile in chat, from saving you from the escort thing, like Proper said earlier? But it didn't really go. Like, and Tolomeo was kind of a smaller name, is right. No one knew who Tolomeo was. That was the level of person that DSP could get because no one else was responding. And Tolomeo has a very small connection with DSP from the past, so that was good enough. So there we go. Last thing, Andy does respond to those comments, says, yo, bro, I meant to write back a few days ago, but got tied up. That is honestly real nice of you, Phil. Andy says, honestly, we can't control people who watch our show, and it's just so retarded to even have to deal with these weirdos. By the way, Ashton told me you were thinking of a Ghostbusters thing to do, a themed thing to do. I'm hype. We are back tomorrow, though keep it under wraps. Andy says, thanks again, Phil. Very kind words to you. I'm so happy to be back. And then he says, that's great news. No worries. I won't say a peep. So that is it. Also, the DSP shared this Twitter. Someone with brain cells wouldn't find themselves on a stream with a pedo, okay? And DSP response says, someone with brain cells wouldn't link me to an over 5-year-old clickbait article while paying for YouTube Premium with only 200 followers, but having a PayPal link in their profile description. Nobody cares about you. Give up. So DSP defending Andy.
Great projection there.
And
Great projection there, Phil.
And he's a little drunk here, so I think he means Twitter Premium, not YouTube Premium, because we're on Twitter at this point.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
Robot, Meerkat, Robot.
God, fucking damn it. Come on, fuck me.
I mean, I did last time it worked like this. I said reconnect. Now talk.
Hello?
Oh no, he's back to Robot. He's rage quitting. He's rage quitting. But DSP said fucking felted. LOL, by the way. I got him. He's fucking felted. He's felted, bitch. I got him. All right, Meerkat, talk now.
How about this?
Still Robot. All right, anyways, we're fine. We will now start next time we get back on this, the Ghostbusters idea, and we'll get into some Ethan Ralph stuff as the King arc rolls on. Just to show you where we are in terms of the entire DM timeline, I'll make it so you can see it. That's the entire timeline. You can see where my thing is. It's right here. So it's about 35% of the way down. We got a long way to go, okay? So we're going to start right here next time, my friends. But that will
enjoy
do
that
it.
more with text.
Yeah. We'll start with that. Anyways, you're all fucking legends for joining us. Meerkat, are you back or no? Let me hear you.
I don't know.
There you are.
Honestly,
Yes.
He's back.
Yes.
Wow,
He's back.
That's amazing.
So,
I hate
final words for the beautiful people out there, Meerkat. Go ahead.
Thanks for watching. Do the YouTube stuff, like subscribe and all the other stuff. Sorry for the tech issues. I legitimately have no idea. I tried to troubleshoot this like hours in the last couple of days, and obviously nothing changed. So I will need many multiple of thousands of dollars to fix my setup. So please consider that.
Real quick, before I let you get your final words, Agent Proper, CTC Jackie says, it has a great point. Says, reminder that DSP told the side scrollers to go fuck themselves sometime before this interview, but he acted surprised when Craig returned this directly to his face, and then he acted the victim. That is correct. Great point, CTC Jackie, because Craig chose his words extremely carefully there, because that is what DSP said to them. Go fuck yourself. That's what he said, and that's why Craig said it back to Philip. So, good point there. So, like, you know, if you say someone to go fuck yourself and they say go fuck yourself back, you can't be like, oh, whoa, what, huh? You know?
He's bullying me.
How dare you, huh? That's exactly what happened. And NW News says, DSP's Kiwi Farms login streak beats out WWE champions. It does, though. It really does, I bet. All right, Agent Proper, big ups for joining. Any final words for the beautiful people out there?
No, I just got a lot of editing to do. Again, it's that time of the year where I start my journey about editing some top 10 moments. So maybe you'll get a few more though this year. So
hopefully,
see.
I don't think Monday's going to be one, honestly. But there's a chance.
I hope not. I fucking hope not. I don't need any help this year. Trust me. We still got a couple of months to go.
Yes. Big up. One more thing I want to share tonight. I'll be doing a lore stream on WPIG. DSP versus the Dark Souls franchise. All right. So this will be, we're not going to watch this how you don't play. We're going to go through all the bullshit surrounding it. DSP thinking he was playing the wrong way. Detractors saying he wasn't. Redemption run. Shit like that. So that'll be tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern around there, my friends. Okay. That's it. We'll see you next week for another show. And I'll see, we'll cover everything that happens until then. All right. So you're all fucking legends. Thanks for joining. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
This one goes out to the one and only, the big cat, the fat cat. Big ups. I first saw you in Burger King. You took 2 seats, cause that ass is way too big. Had a boyfriend, I realized, but you told him lies with your raccoon eyes. The DoorDash is here. Wipe away your tears. Got you extra fries, and they taste just right. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Take you power walking on the beach, feasting on some sushi like you were the queen. Let me run some errands while you sleep. I can watch you play Skyrim all day this week. Have no fear, there's no trolls here. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Raccoon eyes. Kevin made you cry with those raccoon eyes.
guys, every day when I wake up, that's the best day of my life. I feel like this next day is awesome. I have a beautiful wife who I love so much. She loves me, and a family, Jasper, and you know, the things we get to do together. You know, I definitely want more time with them and more family time, but I absolutely love my life today compared to how it used to be. Seriously. All those years back then, you'd be like, it's a whirlwind of crap. It was me. And by the way, I've told you guys about my past. I used to drink way too much. I would be drinking constantly, all the time, because I was so stressed out. Honestly, when I started with this whole thing, I was depressed many years ago, a decade ago. I didn't like my life or anything. And basically, liquor was the way to kind of get through that. It was, I hate my life. I hate who I am. So let me just drink it all away and just keep pumping out fucking YouTube videos. I don't have to do that shit anymore. Like, I'm happy with who I am. I actually don't think clicking like on a live stream helps at all. So it really doesn't matter if this stream gets 100 likes or 2. I don't think it affects it.
He's such an asshole.